Well, this is video 99, Empire Total War, United Provinces, played on hard. This is the end of the sea battle. If you remember, most of his ships had it. He was bunched up in the middle. We were making wide arc circles around him, and then we were turning our boats. We had one down at the bottom here that we needed to take. Oops, we're rushing on there, and you can see all the nice prize money. We boarded his last ship, and that was the end of the battle. So it didn't last as long as I expected it to, I'm afraid, on this particular video. You might have noticed the prize money there was just under 5,500, and we're going to get our ships now into port and repair them. They're not brilliant ships, like I say, 6-rates, brigs and sloops, and they're all we've got really in the Americas. I'm raising another 6-rate, as you know, in the port, over to just to the left of where we're looking now. Replenish those ships, and you'll see, or repair them rather. And you should see, there you go, 533, which is a tenth of the prize money that we got. So 10 times more in prize money than it cost to repair the fleet, and also we've completely destroyed an army. I didn't count the number of army units that he had on there, but I believe there were about 8. Okay, I'm going to kick the army minister and get a better one. The army technologies, some of the army technologies that we've been getting, increase the cost of our army troops. So the fire by rank, for instance, makes our troops more expensive to run in the field, or even on the campaign map. So our expenditure on the army will go up incredibly. So I do need to make sure that the minister is as good as he can possibly be. You might well remember that we've taken Madrid now. We've recruited to our depleted regiments now in Madrid. We need to look at what we can do in terms of tax. I think we'll tax them. Again, now the troops are at full strength, well, they ought to be right now. I can start to think about fending off any rebellions. It's good to have a rebellion, like I said to you before, because if you have a rebellion and you defeat it, and I've got some pretty decent troops in there now, then it reduces their resistance to foreign occupation. It works in terms of factors like minuses, etc. Yeah. Put some more troops in there. I want some horse, some dragoons. Dragoons are good for settling the population. They give you a plus. Also, it's good to have some light cavalry as well. Regulars always come in handy because I want to move south. I think we'll go towards Tangier. I want some light cavalry in there as well because I want to chase down the rebels as well. Make sure they don't disappear somewhere else in Spain. Now France, we can replenish our troops there. Main reason for that is that the Spanish troops that are now wandering around France are going to be damaging buildings, so I need to get out after them. In order to do that, again, there's some light cavalry because I want to be able to chase them down. So when I've defeated them, I want to make sure that none of them escape from the battlefield, so that France, and hopefully soon Spain, if it does rebel, will be clear of any rebels. In Ceylon, you remember, because I'm so pleased about it, the Maratha fleet that went over to the Americas, that's now been destroyed, was taking an army over there. Prior to that, he tried to attack Ceylon. Well, he did attack Ceylon and failed. He could well now be building up another navy or an army to bring it over here to attack Ceylon. So I need to make sure I've got better quality troops. If we're going for fire by rank, we can now fire 3 times more than we used to fire, which is absolutely fantastic. I do like that. Even with combat troops that come chasing straight at you, you've still got the ability to hit them 3 times before they then hit you, and work on a 120-man unit that's attacking you. Even if you take out only 12 with each shot, instead of just taking 12 from 3 ranks of men that can only fire the front rank, you're taking 36 out, which is quite a substantial number. It's almost a third of an infantry unit that's attacking you. Of course, we've got the socket bayonets now as well, so they've got to suffer that. So we've got this kind of technology now to take the close combat Indian troops on. we've borrowed from Amsterdam. You'll notice the town watch is improving there. All the grey squares all the way up the side of the flag there show me how many Firelock Arms citizenry I've got in there, and of course I've had a stone wall around there virtually since the beginning of the game, I think. So I just get some militia in there to help defend the walls. I don't think I'll be doing any aggressive action from Amsterdam. I'm using that as very much a defensive area. I will build up all of those forces, of course, in the future. This is the Spanish army that's in the Americas, in Guatemala at the moment. Somebody commented recently that there's still a British army in Mexico. It's just off to the left of here, not far away from Guatemala. Luckily the British are allies. It's one of those bit of a glitches in the game that they tried to go for Mexico, but I got there first, so their army has just been left stranded there, I'm afraid, in Mexico. So what I'm doing now is building up the forces there, again getting some light horsemen so that I can chase the enemy down. He doesn't seem to have spent any money improving those troops. You see the flag is still ragged from when he attacked us in the first place. We couldn't chase very much off the battlefield, if you remember this particular battle. We were really holding our own. Do you remember the one with the crescent of Chevaux de Frise that we had around our troops on the rear side of the town, so he had to attack through the town? He suffered fairly decent casualties, I would have thought, in that attack, particularly his cavalry, but we didn't have a lot of horse to chase him off, so his infantry units could well be quite substantial. Well, I say substantial, 30 odd in each, so I need to have something that can take him on properly. Really, it's going to be soon. The campaign is going to be about mopping up these troops. I need to clean up Guatemala of the Spanish, I need to clean up Spain of the Spanish, and I need to clean up France of the Spanish as well. Well, I say clean up Spain of what I suspect will happen, and that's the rebels. Okay, you can see all the moves of the Spanish down there because we've got the trade routes. So all around the coast area the trade routes are highlighted, so we can see exactly what Spain are doing in those areas. And it doesn't look like they're doing a lot. It looks like they're pretty sparse. Yeah, it really does. Which is also a good reason for letting him keep these armies for a bit. Although he's destroying my buildings, if he's keeping those armies, he's having to pay for those armies. So, okay, we now have the military technology, which is wonderful. The military technology we've got is the fire by rank. That's the one that I was referring to, that was due this turn. We're turning into the winter of 1723 now, by the way. I'm going to get lime juice and sauerkraut. The British were known as limeys, as you probably know, because they ate lots of lime. It kept off the scurvy. It gives us an advantage. It means that that we, I'm pretty sure it gives us a longer distance that our troops can travel. If not, it makes our navy cheaper. I can't remember now which one it is, but it's one of those that as soon as it comes up as an option I definitely go for, because it gives us the extra reach, or it makes our navy cheaper, and either one of those are going to be a great advantage to us. Okay, we need to upgrade the Spanish churches, of course. We've now established the churches. We destroyed his churches, if you remember, the Catholic churches. We've now built our own. It takes a couple of turns to do that, and now we're going to upgrade them. That means that we'll turn him over to Protestantism at a much faster rate. We can also start producing our own religious ministers as well, so that they can go around converting the other parts of Europe that thus far we've not been able to do. We're spending all our money that we got from our, what I'm going to call a treasure fleet. The coaching house, that's the one that produces spies and also sort of improves happiness in the area, because it eventually leads to pleasure gardens. We're going to improve that as well. Well, improve the coaching house and get it up to a pleasure garden status. Well, this has been video 99. And we're in the winter of 1723. We're not a quarter of the game through yet, and things are looking pretty good at the moment for the Dutch. Hope to see you on video 100.